we just started recording now, so.
Oh, I missed all the fun part.
I know. All the pajama talk and.
Well,
Yay.
we made it. I can't believe we made it, all of us at the last minute, like figured out a time and a place and a.
I was like, wait, are we doing it at 6 or at 7? Because I threw both of them out there, and it's just like, yes. And I'm like, 7.
And I thought we were doing it on Friday. It was the whole thing.
I know. I was like, did I miss a text? So,
Mercury retrograde.
We're all here. I know who we're doing, but I don't know whose is what. I know the Sagittarius and Aquariuses, but I don't really know the difference between the two Sagittariuses. So that'll be good because one of them I think is very, I don't know, I admire her and I love her structure, and the other one is entertaining as all get out. So.
Great.
Okay.
I'm excited. Okay. Well, welcome everybody to our After Christmas astrology stream. We're going to be taking today off, but hopefully joining in the comments of this going live. So if you're watching, we won't be reacting to your comments on stream, but we will be in the comment section and able to interact with you there. So please leave some comments, give us some likes, some love, all the YouTube, Facebook. I actually think I saw that StreamYard can stream to Instagram. So we might be doing that. Tomorrow morning is our astrology and coffee. So we might try it then. But for sure, we'll be doing this from our, with our Christmas one, hopefully, if it works. It is Mercury retrograde, so.
I was going to say, the odds are against us, but we might get lucky.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited. We're here with the Academy of Logic and Light. I am Megan, and do you guys want to introduce yourselves? I know I'm
Julie.
Cat.
Yay. We are Elle's our resident astrologer, and we're all just here for fun. And I am having a little bit of wine, so I might get a little silly. Okay, guys.
Love that. I hope you do get silly.
Perfect.
I know it's 10 drink Megan or 3 drink Megan. I can never remember the number.
It was 10 drinks when I accidentally bought a pitcher of beer for myself. So I was like, I'll just take like a Stein. I thought I was ordering, but no.
And you stuck through it. You said, I ordered that pitcher of beer and I will drink that pitcher of beer.
Listen, I'm not here for wasting. At least not one. Well, welcome. I know it's 9 a.m. for you, but it is 7 o'clock for us. So we're super excited. Today we're doing our, what did you call them? Pop icon?
2000 icons.
Okay, awesome. So we have some fun stuff. So the way that this stream works, it's not, necessarily a class. We're talking about stuff. We're just kind of gonna riff and have some wild time. We have a slide. It's wild, guys. But we will have charts, and Elle's gonna read those charts. She's gonna try to guess which pop icon or which icons from the 2000s they are, and then at the end we're going to reveal who was each chart. So she's going to read the charts, kind of give us the astrology of their stuff. I don't know. Anyway,
who's the craziest?
Yes. And kind of talk about maybe their career prospects or like their personality quirks or things that we've seen in the media, and they'll be fun to kind of reflect on who that chart was and what their thing is. Anyway.
Crazy or not?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add our slides. Yay.
So there's 3, right? You got each extra one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so glad I'm not on my phone. Again, I have to get squinty and up close, so sorry, guys. Okay. So this is Sun in Virgo, Moon in Scorpio, Mercury, Libra, Ooh, Pluto right there on the ascendant. Ugh, this person struggles. And a 12th house stellium. Not really a stellium because it's the outer planets, actually. I was about to say, like, my eyesight's a little meh. Okay. So, Libra ascendant, this person is, I mean, obviously pretty glamorous. And I have no idea who this is, to be honest. Someone who's very glamorous. They want to be aesthetically beautiful and kind of a people pleaser. Can be overdo it there, especially when I see Pluto in the first house. They really struggle with I mean, anytime I see something heavy in the first house, it's like they internally struggle with like inner self issues. So really understanding themselves, they might struggle or have this struggle with who they are and how they're coming across people. With Pluto, anytime you have Pluto right next to the ascendant is how you're perceived by the world, and Pluto is the farthest planet from the sun, so it's really one of those challenging placements that can be quite conflicting. And then the Jupiter in Libra, I would say, brings them probably, look, obviously if this is a famous person, luck. I would guess with all these 12th house placements that this person is no longer really in the spotlight, because 12th house placements, especially in the later, like in your outer chart, can really indicate someone who's not, that doesn't want to stay in the spotlight for long, or they go in and out of being the spotlight to not. But I would say at the end of it, they're really true. And this may not be the end of it for them. Again, I don't know what this is, but this is someone that I think at the end, they really turn into kind of like this introvert inside, not really wanting to be seen or dealt with. Like, there's just a lot of things that indicate that. But the sun in Virgo in the 11th house gives them a very, like, they're really good with friend groups. They're probably the one that's organizing and very structured in that sense. So that's a really good thing. The moon in the second house in Scorpio. This one's just kind of a heavy chart, and I have no idea who this is. Because, you know, Virgo suns are very particular, and then you throw a Scorpio moon with like this struggle of emotions, and especially in its opposite house, second house, which is, you know, more Taurus kind of like energy. It's very conflicting. So can I have like a get? Like a, I just don't.
They were part of a group and are now a solo artist.
Nicholas, no, it can't be Nicholas. Is it one of the NSYNC boys?
It's a girl.
Oh, this is a girl. I'm gonna guess.
Definitely. Here's a big clue. Definitely bigger and better as a solo artist than they were in the group.
Yeah, I can see that, because anytime Virgo, I mean, not that they don't work well with others, but they do tend to be better because they're so analytical. They think. Again, the biggest things that stick out is this person is beautiful, and beauty is like their divine. And then it's really kind of the structure of things, probably very hidden. The 12th house, like, I think this person portrays themselves very differently than how they really are, just because of the heavy 12th house placements and the sun in Virgo and the ascendant in Libra. So I'm going to say maybe Beyonce. Is that the one? Is that who it is? I mean, that's the only person that I could think of that. She's very private. Like, yeah, you see her in the spotlight, but as far as her life, other than the fact that when she lost her shit when Jay-Z with the lemonade,
yeah,
whatever that was. But for the most part, I guarantee you, there's more things that's gone on in their marriage, because he's a Sagittarius, and we all know they're just wild heathens, and she's a Virgo, so I know that there's got to be way more. So I think she is very private. I can see like the privacy in her 12th house, and I guarantee you, at the end of all of it, she kind of hermits away and really stays in her space.
Isn't her alter egos like Sasha or something?
I'm like, where's her Leo ruler of the
Mars.
11th house? I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, the Leo Mars was lemonade.
Diamonds. Interesting. Well, honestly, I wouldn't have guessed that because the Pluto right there with the ascendant. I mean, there's definitely some internal struggles there.
Yeah, well, and I think it's so interesting when you mention like friend groups and the 11th house, because I know that she has like such a strong following and like people who are so passionate, right?
Mm-hmm.
That it makes me kind of think like that.
Yeah. Well,
Community.
Yeah, and she's really well put together. Like she's, I mean, again, aside from lemonade, which I think is necessary, and maybe she needed some cash at that time. She's like, I'm leaving your ass, and maybe that's where it all stemmed from. But I do think that she's very well put together. She's very, to me, Virgo energy. Like her and Blake Lively to me have the same kind of energy. Like they're just classy, elegant women, and that is Virgo. So. Yeah, definitely Beyonce. I was like, this has to be maybe like Beyonce, or I can't think of anyone else. But you said
that was amazing.
Yeah.
You didn't even need that many clues.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
It was like beauty, elegance, class. Not really anyone from the 2000s. It was a dig deep here.
We were talking before we started recording about we should have all done our makeup and our dressed like the 2000s.
Okay, another one, Libra ascendant, beauty, 12th house sun, secrets. But maybe not as much as like if I were to see a Scorpio sun in the 12th house. Libras, they tend to talk a lot. Airy, moon in Scorpio, and that's always so hidden, so that one's hard to say really. Let me look at some things here. So Libra rules the first house, the ascendant. Pluto's not super close, that's always a good sign. Moon in the first house. What's in the first house? Sagittarius rules the third. I'm going to guess, are these all singers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would guess
they're all musical artists.
Okay. This person's voice, I'm going to say, is pretty unique. So a different, unique kind of voice. Can I have male or female?
Female.
Because I instantly wanted to say Avril Lavigne, but I don't even know if she's a 2000s person. Because that's kind of this chart, like the 12th house with the first house closest. Oh, shut up.
This is going to be the shortest podcast ever.
We're like, okay, it's been 30 minutes. Bye, guys.
On my life, I didn't even know that she was a Libra, but it was giving me like, I quit drinking. I've been stopped drinking for like 2 weeks, and I've been like, okay, trying to focus and like meditate more. And so things are coming to me in weird ways. I don't know how the fuck I knew that was Avril Lavigne. I was like, she has a unique voice. I see like, when I see like the moon in the first house with like a Scorpio with like a Libra sun, it almost gives like this complex of like girly but tomboyish kind of energy. And so I was like, man, that just kind of gives me like tomboy energy. And then I'm trying to find like where her Mars is, and I'm like, oh, Mars is Sag. Yeah, that's like spunky. She was like a skater, and like she was just kind of punk. And I don't know, it was just giving me all those vibes with the Scorpio and the Sag over, with all the planets there. And in the first house, it was giving me major like skater boy vibes.
Yeah. Do you get any? Because I think we were talking about Avril and that she's done a lot of like writing and producing as she's like progressed her career.
Okay.
Is there anything that maybe kind of would hint towards that?
Like for writing?
Or
yeah,
just,
like being creative on the back end.
Yeah, I mean, when you see the third house, you think of like Sagittarius ruling the third house. Sagittarius is, thoughts and creating of like thoughts and like exploring and investigating. And the third house is of communication. So that 100% makes sense where someone would be really creative and like a writer or an artist. And, when I said the voice, because Sagittarius in the third house, it's unique, it's very makes the person unique. Their sound is a little different. And so, I think that that's a heavy indication of someone who writes. And then also her Gemini is her 9th house ruler. So those polarity energies can really pull, like, in some cases, you know, when you say like opposites attract or they collide kind of thing, in this case, it could really like the areas where she could be lacking, it makes up for because of the house that it's in, if that makes sense. It's like this house is good at communication and this house is good at like philosophy. And when you add those together in total opposite ends of the wheel, like it really does contribute to her way of thinking and her way of like visualizing things and speaking it into existence, like songwriting. Something I'm really noticing with a lot of people of fame is Cancer rules their 10th house. I literally just told my husband this. I was studying a few charts of celebrities, and I find it a lot, or they were motivational speakers, but something about Cancer and the moon and over the 10th house, it's opposite. You know, you think about it, the 10th house, 4th house is more Cancer area. I really think it empowers people, and I need to research it a little more and figure out why, but I am seeing that a lot. So when you guys are looking at charts or researching, just keep that in mind and just kind of take note of ones and really looking at the aspects of the, you know, the ascendant, which this one isn't so much aspecting that, but it's just really cool to see like how that is a common thing in a lot of people's charts that I find pretty impressive.
Yeah.
What is the 10th house? Is that Capricorn?
Yeah. So the 10th house is like career, public role. It's kind of that area of life where it's like how you appear and kind of your moral compass, or how you at least appear to be morally sound, is important. You care about your appearance, you care about your career. It's how you climb like corporate ladders and things like that. And so Cancer, I mean, being a cardinal sign is very determined and very strong. To me, I know like Aries is like the strongest of the cardinal signs, but I do think that Cancer is right there with it. Just, I mean, it's, you know, one of the houses that are really, or the signs that are really, I forget their term, but they do have a lot of strong energy. And I feel like when it's over the 10th house, it makes this person really brave. Not sure how that incorporates, but the people that overcome things and push through. Although one of the guys that I was looking at is Aubrey. I just lost his last name. He's a motivational speaker. He's done a ton of things. He's like against Big Pharma right now. He's like got this whole thing going. It's a really cool dude, and his is that. And that's the one that I was like, man, I'm starting to notice like a lot of people with fame or like a powerful platform have that Cancer ruling the 10th house, which is very fascinating.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. So.
Well, and if you, especially with like Avril's music, I feel like it was kind of in that like emo era, right? Of like she used her music to like embrace your emotions. And I feel like that's a lot of how, like, why people loved what was happening. And I think that is very like 10th house Cancer. And I can see that a lot with motivational speakers too, of like they're relating to the emotions you're feeling and empowering those, right? And that's what.
No, that's a really good insight. That really is, because I would say that's very accurate, because people are drawn in by emotion. They're drawn in by, you know, your emotions to things. So that's you probably hit it right on the head. I just would have taken me like a while to get there. Are you a 10th house Cancer? Because you're Aries rising.
Yeah, mine's Capricorn.
Oh, duh.
You're good. They line up.
I'm like, I'm gonna have to like have some like energy tea when we do the night podcast. I'm bored. I'm excited. This is just the first time we've done it at night, really, that I'm like, I'm not drinking, and so I'm not like all hyped up. So bear with me. But yeah, Capricorn, that one's a good one to have there too. It makes you very, you know, that's a good one. But yeah, Cancer, you're probably right. The emotions, how you pull people in, and how you attract people, and your intuition. You know, Cancer is very intuitive. So I'm just starting to pay attention to that.
Yeah. That's really interesting. And it's so interesting to think of it as career, because I'm like, oh yeah, therapists could have Cancer like in their career house, but thinking of it as like someone who's famous, you know, is anyway.
Yeah, and her Scorpio moon really, you know, she's fun and light and, you know, very artistic, very Libra energy, but at the same time, she has a heavier energy to her. She's not your typical light, Libra energy. I feel like she was heavy.
Yeah.
Angry.
Well, and I love that all of her placements in Scorpio appealed so much to us in our Tim Burton era, and
Works. I'm really feeling this expression right now.
yeah.
Anger. Because I don't know how old you guys were when Avril was out. I feel like I was in middle school, right? I don't know. When was she born? She's got to be my age.
1980. Oh, I can't remember what I put in earlier. Oh my gosh. It was so long ago. Hold on.
I know. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's my age, maybe a year younger.
Let's see. 84.
84.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
older than
Oh,
me.
I was surprised. She's
a little older.
to
Yeah.
my age than I thought.
Yeah. She's actually older than me, but I think when she came out, she was like, what, 17? I was probably 16.
Yeah.
But maybe I was in high school. But anyways, it hit because you were, a punk kid yourself, and it's like, oh, I can relate to this angry girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I get.
Yes, I love it.
That's why.
Yeah.
I don't know why that spoke to me.
I know. You got it so fast. It was amazing.
Impressive.
Another Libra, Aquarius.
Sorry about that weird blue star in the middle.
No, that's
I
fine.
moved that.
I'm used to it. Now
That's
I'm
not
really
actually
it wasn't there.
part of
It's
the-
Chiron.
Virgo, Venus, Libra, Mars. All right, so this person, ascendant in Sagittarius. I'd say this is probably someone who really speaks their mind, is really popular, but different. This person, anytime I see a Libra sun with an Aquarius moons I feel like are angry, but this one might even out a little bit. But I feel like this is a very very vocal, very expressive person, in the sense that they have 2 air up top, and then with the ascendant Sagittarius, I'd almost say they lack tact. Like, this might be someone that's cocky, someone that might be, I don't know, kind of rude. I don't know.
I love this so much.
I
You're
know.
so good at this.
It's
so
fun.
fun.
This
Like
one-
watching a magic show.
I know, I'm like,
Yeah.
well, and then, so I'm going to guess that, so when I see the Saturn in the 7th house, I think of like, whatever, since this is an artist, I feel like they really pour their heart out from relationships. Like, they really have some fucked up relationships, and they probably sing about it more than most. So that sticks out to me. The moon in Aquarius in the 3rd house, probably amazing artist. Like, this is someone who their brain is like thinking. Aquarius is a thinker, it's an innovator in the 3rd house of communication. I mean, that really sticks out to me. So I'm going to say really witty with, how they sing. They probably like lyrics almost. And then Jupiter in the 1st house in Capricorn. Not the luckiest. Probably definitely an early childhood. I'm going to say this person has gone through a lot, really bad relationships, and has a lot of like, I'm not going to say aggression, but like a lot of things to say, and they don't say it in the best tactical way, which normally being a Libra, I would definitely say it would kind of like offset that Sagittarius rising. It's the Aquarius moon that's like stumping me. That's kind of like, that makes it a little harsh, especially with the moon and all the planets being right there. And Mercury isn't actually very close to the sun. Sorry, I kept saying moon. I meant sun. It's not very close to the sun. So there's kind of a disconnect there in a sense of like how they think and who they really are. Can I have if this is like a man or a woman? Man, okay. Pluto in the 10th house. Mars and Libra in the 10th house. I mean, for it to be a Libra, I just feel like the Aquarius part is so much stronger with the Sagittarius, and it just makes them not very Libra-like. Saturn and Gemini. I guarantee you this person. I want to say Taylor Swift. I know it's not Taylor Swift. They sing about
We already did that one.
Same
I
energy.
know. They sing about the trips. Mel, Libra.
I mean, everything you have said is
When you
dead
hear,
on.
yeah, you'll be
Dead
mad
on.
at yourself when you didn't get it.
I know. But I'm like, I can't think of like.
Okay,
What's
so
the group?
they're the reason we decided not to say pop artists. So we
it's
were
not
going
like
to
a
say pop stars,
singer.
but we put this person in and we were like, well, let's just call them icons because they're not so much a pop star.
So is this a rapper? Oh, this is Eminem. This is 100%.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, you're yes, you described him.
Aquarius moon. Dang, man, I nailed it this week. But that one did take me when I really wasn't. I was thinking singer, and I was trying to think like, who sings really angry? Like I'm thinking of like the Backstreet Boys. Maybe like one of them talked about like Heartache More or NSYNC, or I don't know. Wasn't I wasn't
Impressive.
sure.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
impressive.
That's why when you were like lyrical, I was like, shut up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
House Aquarius, like that's a mind. Like anytime you have like Sagittarius, my dryer just went off, so it got really quiet.
Oh.
Anything with like Sagittarius, Libra, and Aquarius, it's almost like the way that this person would explain things or talk about things. And normally, so I'm a Libra sun with a Sagittarius rising, and I'm very kind in how I display my messages, but I'm also a Taurus moon, which softens me. The Venus energy is very strong. But with Aquarius, it's very like tactless, and along with Sagittarius, they can be tactless. And so together, it kind of takes over. And honestly, Libra in Sun in the 10th house isn't very strong, and the relationship makes so much sense. I wonder if Kim was a Gemini.
Kim?
Google. Was she?
I got it. Hold on. I have all the celebrities pulled up on my little my poor Astro.
Mama's birthday. I would guess either her or his mom were a Gemini, but I'm gonna guess Kim because it's relationship sectored. His mom was probably a Pisces. I'll look at the mom.
Let's see. She's Kim is a Capricorn.
Dang it.
I wonder what her other
I know.
placements are
Kim?
though.
Kim is a
Hold on.
Capricorn?
I got it.
Yeah, Kim Mathers. Yeah.
Oh, so is his mom.
Sun Capricorn, Mercury Capricorn, Venus Aquarius, Mars, Sag, Moon Sag, Neptune Sag, North Node Sag, Jupiter Pisces.
Man, his mom's a Capricorn too.
Oof. Those Capricorn women, man, they're not easy.
Listen, there's a thing. I always say that like signs have this like attraction to other signs that don't really make sense. And Libra and Capricorn is one of those. I think the initial meet, it's like, oh, they like each other, but ultimately Libra will never be consistent enough for a Capricorn ever. We shifted.
I can't agree.
And they are so like strict and set in their ways that unless they have a really light chart, it's never gonna work because it just doesn't. My son is a
My
Capricorn.
Libra friend was supposed to come over today, and I haven't heard anything.
Oh no. He probably
Just saying.
having a good old time somewhere else.
Oh, I know. She just posted a pic. I was like, "You're not even here."
Yeah, I know we're not the best at
Libras.
that.
I feel like the reason why they attract is because like Libra has that like I can keep up with you type attitude that like Capricorn's like, yeah, let's go, like let's take it. And then if you
It'll
fall through on the
crumble from there.
consistency. Yeah.
Well, you have to think about Libras. Libras tend to match energy of people when they first meet them. And so they're like, they have this, especially like Libras that just pick up on things really easily. There are, you know, depending on their chart, like they might have a lot of things. And they're like, oh, I'm structured and then this, and I don't do this, and I don't do that. And, you know, Capricorn's like, oh, I love all those things. But really, Libra's not being truthful and honest. Libra's like, I want to be all these things because I think you like those things, but I'm not really all those things. But I can hold it up for a minute. And then it starts slipping, and it's like, yeah. And then it's like, you're controlling me. I want to live free. And it's like, you caused this. I've seen it a number of times with the Libra. This wasn't just my relationship, but I've seen it with other people. And I'm like, I saw this coming.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's fine. But if friendships, I think, are a little different. Because, I mean, if you have a friend that's pretty light. I have a friend that's a Capricorn. She's one of my best friends for, like, childhood friend. She's a Capricorn sun, Cancer moon. No. Capricorn sun and a Cancer rising. And I think a Virgo moon, and we've always jived. Like, I can be like, hey, she's at a concert. She wants to stay the whole time, you know, because she paid her money for her ticket, and she's not going to waste a single penny of that money. And I'm like, I'm bored. I'm going to go. I'll see you later. And she's always like, all right, bye. She'll stay there by herself. She don't give a fuck. She's not losing a penny from that concert or ball game or whatever it is that I dip out early on. And when she gets it, and I love that. But they're not all like that.
Yeah.
I wish. I don't know why we're all Capricorn.
And it's like, it's one thing when it's like a friendship, but even a relationship like isn't as bad. But imagining that dynamic between like a mother and child.
I have a Capricorn.
Yeah.
He's on my ass all the time. He's been on my ass since he was 5. Mom, stop. Mom, you're embarrassing. Mom, go left. It's not right. Where are you going? Oh my God, we just came from this direction. Like my whole life, his whole life has been him judging me and annoyed that I'm not the parent that he wanted. I'm sorry, Thomas, I couldn't do it. But it's so funny because he really has been a grown-ass man since he was like 4. And I just tried to show up the best way that I can. So yeah, I do know. I know what it's like as the mother. I can't imagine what Eminem's. If I was Eminem's mom, I'd probably just take a hole and never come out. Like, but his is opposite too, I guess. Like he was the Libra and she was the Capricorn, so that would probably be harsh.
Yeah.
Julie, have you ever dated a Libra?
No, I don't think so. But I also didn't start, like, I don't know everyone's last name even. I don't know what their sign was.
Definitely it was a birthday.
Like, nobody important was anyways. No, I've a lot of Scorpios and Leos in my life.
It's your rising that's attracting those Leos.
I know.
You gotta work on that.
Yeah. That's why I've been staying indoors.
It's not the time.
I'm like, listen, I'm not trying to attract any of y'all. Please leave me alone.
Let's, just stay in, stay safe.
Yeah.
Well, one thing too, and I don't know why this didn't dawn on me. So a fun fact about Eminem and Dr. Dre. I think I've talked about this before. I don't know if it was like on one of our lives. So Dr. Dre is an Aquarius with a Libra moon. And so him and Eminem have this like sun moon conjunct little thing, and it's really empowering and it makes so much sense, their strong bond and why he believes in him before or when no one else did, because there was probably that really strong connection that like tied them and really made them close. So I really do think that, that is truly how his career started. I don't think that Eminem would be Eminem without I know Eminem wouldn't be Eminem without Dr. Dre because no one would have given him a chance.
Yeah.
So,
Julie, what did you share about Eminem?
Oh, we keep doing this, like being on time and shit, and we don't even know what's happening. But Eminem released like a whole like single or something today. Like the time, it was so weird because I was literally making the fucking thing. And then I get this email. It was like Spotify, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for being a follower or whatever. Here's a special thing. Click here. And I was like, how do we keep doing this?
We're just so with the themes. I'm telling you.
We're so timely. It's incredible.
I would have gotten this way sooner if I would have known I was a rapper. I would have been like,
yeah.
But the Avril one really has me stumped. I don't even know how I pulled that out of my ass. Because I didn't even think of Avril until I saw that chart. And I was thinking like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and Sync Boys. the Backstreet Boys, which I only know Justin Timberlake. I honestly don't know boys in the band, so I was like, I'm gonna be screwed if they choose one of those. But I'll just keep.
No, we weren't making it too hard.
Yeah, but no, Avril was not on my radar at all. That's pretty wild.
Impressive.
It's so crazy. But like, I had never looked at her chart before until we pulled it up, and I was like, oh, like Libra is so much about appearance, right? And that's her sun and her rising. So like, and if you think of her, like you can picture, like even Kat brought up like her iconic like tanked like t-shirt and tie, you know, style. And like
really Sagittarius too, though.
Yeah.
Tomboy Sag, Scorpio moon darkness thing to her that really is interesting.
Well, and that's what I was like. But when you think of like the Scorpio is like all of that like punk rock more so than so I love it. It's crazy. And you got it so fast.
That was weird. I really didn't think that it was her. I was like, I'm just gonna throw this out there and like we weren't really going in that direction, but yeah, she was a good one. And I really haven't seen anything about I know that she's kind of popped up more recently. But I don't really know. The only thing that I only kind of know about is Britney Spears, and I think that's because she's lost her shit. And occasionally I'll go to her page if I'm like just wanting to go down some weird rabbit hole and like, what is she doing? I'm so confused. People are like free Britney, and I really don't even know what that means.
Oh my God. I read so many articles and documents about it because I'm like, what the hell is happening? And it's so fucked up.
I watched so many YouTube, like lawyers on YouTube break down the actual like hearing notes about what was happening. But sorry, Brittany's my girl.
I know. I can't wait to do Brittany. I want to do all of them. And then Amanda Bynes has been popping up in the what in the fuck is happening in the celebrity world.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing is because like Britney Spears and oh my goodness, Amanda Bynes were both in conservatorships, and like Amanda Bynes applied to have hers released, and it happened because that's just naturally how it would progress. You would get better, and then you would be in control of your money again.
Is it because just really fast? I don't have to interrupt your thought, but is that because of like drug usage, or they weren't like all there?
I don't.
Yeah, they don't. On either case, they never really specified exactly what.
Why would you go into that?
The issue is.
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine that a part of that's protected by HIPAA because it probably either it has something to do with them not being
mentally capable
enough in control that people in their life feel like you can't handle your business. Yeah. So they're likely not just going to be like, oh, unless the actual person, like unless Brittany came out and said like, oh yeah, I was having like a meltdown or XYZ was happening. I don't think they're ever, legally, I don't think they can say specifically what led to the conservatorships.
Okay. Gotcha.
But I mean, when you watch the arc of both of those ladies' timelines, like they're very public breakdowns, like very public, terrible paparazzi following them around when they're clearly not doing okay, and then just making it worse and worse.
Really snap.
Yeah.
I feel like Lindsay Lohan kind of falls in that same like arc of fame.
And Tara Reid, remember her? She was like famous on Delta because she was just a hot mess. Everyone was like, oh no, Tara's here. Like, not great. She'd be so drunk in the galley. One tit out.
Tara Reid. So
just a hot mess express.
So just fun fact of their sun signs. Tara Reid is a Scorpio. Lindsay Lohan is a Cancer. Brittany is a Sagittarius. And I don't know what Amanda Bynes is.
Oh, well, we're going to have to do in a whole unhinged episode.
Unhinged. The ones who lost their shit.
Anne Heche, I want to do her too. That was an interesting one.
Yeah.
She just lost it.
She's an Aries. Amanda Bynes. Which I can see. Like, I think of like her comedy show. And yeah, can totally see that.
I'm so glad I'm not famous.
Me too.
Like, people that are like, would you prefer being rich or famous? I'm like, how is that even a question? Like, no fame, thank you.
Yeah, but you never heard a Leo say no to fame.
That is true.
They couldn't deny it.
Scorpio is like my second most dominant sign, and so yeah, I'm like, no, thank you. I have too many secrets. I don't need people. I don't need you to know who I am. And, like, oh, what was her backstory? No,
No.
Don't worry about it.
no. Yeah, I get
Well, that
weird.
was
Like,
impressive.
here, we need your birthday. If they want to run like my background, which I don't care about my background. I actually have squeaky clean background. But I'm like, wait, what do you need this for?
Like you're not reading anything, are you?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, we did this really fast.
Well, really fast. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking of someone else that I wanted to do. Maybe I'll try to pull up their sign and we
Yeah.
can see. I don't know how this is going to happen. Okay. Sorry.
We have time.
I know. La la la. Talk amongst yourselves, guys.
We're just sitting here awkward, like.
This is like the post-Christmas, like you have the blues, and then this is your like little serotonin boost.
Yeah.
Post-Christmas.
That's your Christmas present. Be happy.
Yeah, you're welcome. At least it's not a lump of coal.
This is all we got you. Sorry. It's me trying to Google things while we sit in silence.
Have some wine. I'm drinking coffee next, guys, and then that's going to be challenging because I tried the other day. I was like, I'm going to just go without coffee. I did not just go without
It's
coffee.
horrible at the beginning, but amazing after.
Yeah.
I've been drinking but with this weather in the morning, it's like so hard to wake up. I've been drinking like an inch of coffee, and it wires me, man. It is too much.
I love that.
Hard to sit still. I have to get on my little stair stepper, and I'm like, okay, I gotta burn a little bit of this off.
I can't go on this call like this. They're going to think that I'm on drugs.
Think.
And then you just get on
They're
and
going to
then you're
know.
just sweating and you're like, hey guys, like, it's doing great.
Different kind of drug.
Oh, man. To be a fly on the wall.
Oh, no. Yeah, it definitely is weird in here.
I love it. Yeah, I'm not ready. I'm not excited for it. I don't drink any coffee at all, like my first trimester. So I'm like, I'm just gonna like prepare myself. But I'll do like decaf later on, which is kind of okay. But I just,
Yeah, I should probably do that because I just miss the flavor and I miss like the preparation and all. It's like not exactly the same as tea.
Yeah. No.
But you could do it with like mud water or like
It's not the
one of
it doesn't
those or like
taste.
cacao.
Mud water is like I like it when I'm like flying, so I don't have to like have airplane coffee, but it's just so grainy still.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting. Because I put it in my coffee because I already do. Like I mix my own coffee and I do like 3/4 decaf to 1/4 caffeinated coffee.
Smart.
And then I do like a teaspoon of the mud water and then put the coffee on top of it. And then like with my nut milk every day.
Huh. And you don't have an issue.
Because I already am like pretty caffeine sensitive. I can't do a lot, but
Yeah,
I definitely need that like little bit in the morning, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
you're quick.
Aries. Is this an artist?
Yes. It's someone I was thinking of doing, but I don't feel like they. Anyway, I was thinking about it. We'll see what you think.
Okay.
Look at that moon just sitting up there on top.
You know, right at the tippy top. Emotions. It's interesting too because their ascendant is right, like their house ruler is like right there on the ascendant. Like it's bam. Their Saturn is in the 12th house. Let me just look through this. Aquarius rules the second house. Pisces, man.
Mercury Pisces. I don't even know what that's like. And a Venus Pisces.
I mean, I would say this is a very creative, very, very creative person in their lyrics or how they sing. They have luck in their voice. Obviously, I would say it's someone with a very, very beautiful voice.
Mhm.
That third house with Jupiter in the third house, bringing luck, and the other placements there, the Mercury, the Venus, just one of the most beautiful voices, I would guess, because of the third house and the Venus and the Mercury being so close together and in the same house is pretty magical. So may not be in the same sign, but actually that is in the same sign. It's just right there. 29 degrees for their Mercury too. So they're probably very daydreamy, speak very, and for it to be an Aries sun, I mean, that's like saying a lot, but there's some drive there, some fire, excitement, and let's see here. Their houses, second and the 8th house are pretty broad. So Leo ruling their 8th house, and Libra ruling their 10th. Moon and Virgo. I say very, very controlled, in control. Saturn in the 12th house, that's pretty heavy. Let me look here. Pluto right there, Saturn on the ascendant. And these people have their shit right there next to their ascendant. It's pretty interesting to me.
Yeah.
Let's see. Saturn, Uranus. The way that they think is very mystical, very different. Sagittarius ruling that house gives them like a real deep insight on like introspection. Like they introspect. Hold on. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. Like they have a real, like someone with these placements in the 12th house normally would be very like aloof, but this Sagittarius ruler really does help with that. I wouldn't say that they're completely out there, but I would say this person is very mystical, very, how they do things is very different, even for it being an Aries, because I don't think that is as strong as some of these other placements. Can I know if it's a boy or a girl?
It's a boy, and in the 2000s, they were part of a group or a band.
I was way off
Yeah.
in my thought process.
Me too.
Because I don't, Julie, do you know who this is?
No.
Yeah. I don't know who
I've
this
gone
is
rogue,
either.
guys.
No one knows who it is. Well, and the thing is with this one is, like, I don't really know guy bands. I would just say that this person has a really beautiful voice and a very different way of thinking, and a healthy family life. And let's see,
Okay.
maybe a little aggression. I mean, anytime I see Mars in the 5th house, Gemini Mars, they can be pretty aggressive, but I mean, they could be aggressive in their lyrics too. So I don't know. This one really has me stumped. And I don't know if I would really know him if you, I don't know. I just don't really know, like, the band. They're the group.
They're
Was he in
all-
the top 2 pop boy bands?
No.
No?
No. It's
Oh,
like,
man.
it's because I'm weird.
Is this emo?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
In the 2000s, very much so emo. This person is still performing under their band name, but in a solo career.
Oh, is it Brandon Urie?
Yeah!
Does he have a very beautiful voice and a weird way of thinking?
Yeah. Panic at the
Gorgeous.
Disco.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who is it?
Panic at the Disco.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said something totally different. I was like, I never heard of them.
His name
No.
is Brandon Urie, but he still performs under Panic at the Disco's name.
Okay. All I could see is this person has a really amazing voice, and they're very fucking weird. I didn't want to say weird,
Yeah.
but they're weird, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm probably not gonna get And there's some aggression there. Mars in the 5th house, with the Gemini ruler, is, actually, it's a Taurus ruler, but it's in Gemini. So Mars, 5th house, Gemini, some aggression there.
Wow. How dare you call a Mars and Gemini aggressive? I'm fighting about it.
My bad. I like getting proud about them, honestly. I'm like, I'm never going to guess who this is. Because if it's insane or the other ones. But
this is what, like, when you said 2000s pop, like double aughts pop star, I was like, oh, Brendan Urie. I'm like, I love the Panic at the Disco in the story, and like he's still making music. So if you didn't know them a lot, then I feel like because he did a song with Taylor Swift, right?
Mm-hmm.
Recently, was it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I feel like he's getting more pop star now, where like before he was definitely in like the emo, alt rock scene.
I mean, I definitely am a huge Panic fan. I remember exactly where I was when I heard that first album because it's such an amazingly different album, especially for that time coming onto the scene. I mean, just in general, like still it's very, very unique.
Yeah, Pisces ruling the 3rd house right there, and it just being, a lot going on there. It's very Pisces, they're weird. They're different. They do things very differently. And then you've got the 12th house, Sagittarius ruling over that, which just makes it even more like spunky and weird. So, it's just fun and different the way that they think. So,
yeah.
Yay. Oh, I'm glad you brought that one, Megan. Fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's what I was like. I want to do this one, but I just don't think that it would be one that like you would think of.
Yeah.
But
I was like thinking Adele the whole time she was talking. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is probably Adele. Then you were like, it's a boy, and I'm like,
I thought it was Pink.
Oh, that would have been a good one too. Yeah,
that would have been a good one. I was thinking Blink-182 for some reason. I was trying to think. I'm like, but no, they were Scorpio, Pisces, and Sagittarius. So there's no way. So I'm like trying to think, what other bands do I know? All their signs. And I think Pink is a Pisces. She's either a Pisces or an Aries. She's one of the two. And Adele, I don't remember. Is she an Aries?
I don't remember.
I can't even keep track of my own family.
I know.
Like anywhere outside of that.
When I was younger, I used to be so attracted to certain music that I'm like, oh my gosh, why? What are their signs? And like Blink-182 was one of my favorites. And I loved Tom DeLonge, and he's a Sagittarius. So I was like, they split up, and I was super bummed. And then I was on this Angels and Airwaves whole little thing, but it wasn't the same.
What would you guess is Adele's sign?
Cancer?
No. Good guess, though.
Emotional.
Taurus.
Taurus was going to be my guess.
The second that I read it, I was like, I see that 100%.
Yeah. Taurus.
Yeah.
And Pink? Oh, go on.
No,
Is Pink a Sagittarius?
No, she's a Virgo.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That chaotic energy? Tell me more.
She has an Aries moon.
So there you go. There you go.
Aries moon.
That makes sense. I know that she had Aries or Pisces right there because I looked at her chart before. But I didn't remember she was a Virgo. No, so she's a Virgo, and Carrie, her husband, is the Pisces. That's what it is. I get them, they're polarities. But
that makes sense. I can totally see her as a Virgo though, because she is very calculated and very controlled, especially in her shows. Like you think about like all the aerial stuff that she does and like her workout routines and how she's like very regimented in that way.
Yeah.
But then like on the backside, it's just like chaos, slashing tires and
what I was going to say, with
burning
buildings. Scary. I will cut you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think of just even the way that she dances to me is so like Virgo and Aries because it's like big harsh movements, but they're so perfectly executed. Like, I think of the music video for Try. Did you guys ever watch that? And they're like have this passionate, like emotional, like almost angry dancing at times, but like it's so precise. And to me, that is the perfect balance of like the Virgo Aries.
And with that, Virgos, again, like I was saying with Beyonce and Blake Lively, they have this elegance to them. And she's very elegant. She's just very, has that thing. And so I can see. I always forget. She's not one that I look up very often. It's been like 20 years probably. But I'm like, I feel like it was an Aries, but I feel like it was like a cusp. But yeah. But her husband's Pisces. I actually saw them at Venice Beach one time. I was just walking and they were casually walking their daughter in this little stroller. And I was like, that was pink. And my girlfriend was like, no. And I was like, Googled the back of her neck to see if the tattoo, because I was like, that girl has a tattoo. I promise you. I heard her voice. I heard her talking. And I literally looked it up and she has the tattoo on the back of her neck. And I was like, oh, okay. We didn't say anything about it. We didn't meet those people, but I was super stoked that I just passed by her.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm the kind of person who's like, I don't necessarily think I would approach a celebrity, but I would be like, oh my God.
I know, that was me.
Yeah.
But no, never. It's just not in my makeup for that.
Yeah, no. Like I knew the thing happened.
I was just so weird. I was like, oh my gosh. You're just walking the baby on the beach, on the little sidewalk. It was cute. That was the biggest reason. I'm like, the other kid, like, that feels rude. It was like 7 a.m. because I was still in like Tulsa time. So it was like 9 a.m. or like 9 a.m. In LA, it was 7. So I was like, I'm awake. Like, I'm going to the beach.
I love it. Yeah. It was probably gorgeous.
Sunrises every morning.
So fun. Yay.
Okay, well, we made it, guys.
Yay. Our last episode of the year.
Yeah, our last episode of 2023. We're all just ready for 2024 to be here.
Yes.
Technically, we are still doing coffee and astrology tomorrow morning, but that's in real time, not this airing time. Just making sure that you don't check out too early, Julie.
My alarm's already set. I'm like, I realized.
Turn this off. We did it.
No, I'm gonna keep working through the rest of this year, man. I'm like, I'm
you
done.
are like on it today. I'm like, there you go. I'm so proud of you.
I worked until 11:30 last night doing slides and Instagram promos and shit. I got a lot done. I got bags under my eyes and I was like, okay, you need to like probably go outside.
Don't. It's sticky outside.
I'm like, there's no point. This is what we do in the winter.
Yeah.
Stay inside.
Yes.
Well, we can't say see you next Tuesday anymore.
I know. But we will
saying that so many times tomorrow.
Yes.
Get it out.
More have a tally.
But we will see you Monday nights at 7 p.m. So.
Not bright and early, thankfully. But January 1st, so bright and early for the new year.
Yeah. Wear your pajamas. Bring some wine if you want, or your late night coffee, whatever it is.
And we're starting with rising signs.
Yay!
It's so fun, and it's a huge one. Your rising is so important. It's your whole makeup. It's the time that you're born. All of the aspects of your chart derive off that. Like them, it's the biggest. It's the Some people in some cultures they say the rising is more important than your sun. I don't know.
And we're doing it in 2 parts so we can properly cover it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I know, like, as I have learned more about astrology, I'm like, oh yeah, I feel like my rising sign is more so how I'm like interacting with the world than my sun sign. Mm-hmm. So it's really interesting. Yeah. I'm super excited. Dropping all the knowledge and yay, we did it. Have a good holiday
for everything. Yeah. And I'll see y'all.
Happy Saturnalia. Bye. Hanukkah. Christmas. All the things.
Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Happy New
Yes.
Year.
Also that. If you
I guess we could say
subscribe to
that
the
on the
Gregorian
1st.
calendar.
Yeah. Fair.